All right, well, thanks for joining in this afternoon with our defending champion here, Cameron Norrie. Cam is, as you know, our first British champion last year. He's coming off a title in Delray Beach last month and then a follow-up in Acapulco. Talk about just the way you've been playing of late and coming back as the defending champion.
Yeah, obviously good to be back here so soon, and yeah, I feel like I've been enjoying my tennis and playing at the level I was throughout last year, and great to win Delray and then followed up in Acapulco playing against a huge lineup there. There was some great players in the draw and managed to get all the way to the final and lost to one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world at the moment. So I'm feeling good and good to be back here.
Okay, so if you just raise your hand and name your affiliation, that'd be great. Thank you.
Larry Bohannon with the Desert Sun here. What's it like to be back here so quick? It's a fast turnaround, obviously.
Yeah, pretty quick turnaround, but can't complain. You know, it's good memories here from only 6 months ago. So I like the conditions here, obviously, and yeah, I mean, it's exactly where I want to be. You know, coming back here, defending obviously a huge title. Obviously, there's a lot of things that go with it, with the pressures and the expectations on myself. But it's exactly what I want to be dealing with, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting going and competing here again, and try to. Obviously, I know I like the conditions, so hopefully use that to my advantage and hit the ground running on the weekend.
Craig, go ahead, Craig.
Cam, obviously you've defended titles before, but this is the biggest one of your career that you're defending. So do you feel, even though it's only 6 months rather than the 12-month period, do you feel there's an element of any added pressure or nerves coming in on this occasion?
I mean, yeah, obviously it's huge for me. I know I play well here, and I like the conditions, so I think it's important for me to keep expectations pretty reasonable. You know, I don't want to go out and think I'm gonna come out and play unreal and play to the same level that I did just 6 months ago, and yeah, I mean, obviously, other players know that I did well here and won the title last year, so they're going to be out to get me. But just going to take it one match at a time, and obviously some excellent players in the draw, and it's absolutely stacked. So it's going to be very difficult. But I think the biggest thing for me would just be controlling the expectations of obviously playing great the last couple of weeks, and then feeling good and liking the conditions, and not expecting to play 10 out of 10 every day, and there's going to be some difficult moments, but like I said, I'm ready for the challenge. It's just not going to be easy, but it's exactly where I want to be, you know, having to defend a title like this.
Yeah, Chris Otto with BNP Paribas Open. We talked a lot about the importance of the title last year when you won it, but now that you've had about 5 months and some perspective and off season to think about just how incredible of an achievement it is to win a Masters 1000, what has it done for you confidence-wise, and how has it maybe changed the way you see your future?
Yeah, I didn't really have too much time to think about it. Last year was obviously a quick turnaround. Yeah, I think it was obviously pretty cool. The other day they unveiled the mural, and I got to see that, and it's part of the history here, you know, and to be part of that and to be among those legends of the game is, for me, it's just unbelievable and very cool. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously gave me a lot of confidence winning a title like this, and I'd only just won my first title in Cabo like a month before that, so it was and I lost a lot of tough finals as well last year. So it was nice it was good to lose those finals in order to win a big one like this. So yeah, it was a lot of positives to take, and knowing that I'm within some of the best players in the world, and winning a title like that and lifting that trophy was very special.
Cam, Andrew John with the Desert Sun newspaper. I just got to ask you, you mentioned playing Rafa in Acapulco. He obviously was playing hurt last year, missed the second half of the season, but has really come back and had a great start to the year. What what was that like playing against him, and did he seem limited at all, or did it seem like he was, back to being kind of the player we all know?
Yeah, he's done that a few times, taken some time off and then come back strong or stronger than ever, and obviously he's still on that undefeated run for the year. So I think he's playing some of his best tennis that he's got. And for me, what really impressed me is his serve. He served at a very high percentage, and he was hitting all the spots and playing very physical and long rallies. And the conditions in Acapulco, they were very bouncy and quite slow. I think it suited myself and him, but he was a little bit more held his concentration a little bit better than me in certain moments, and that showed, and that was the reason why he beat me. But it was a very close match, and every time I play with Rafa, I feel like the next match I play, I'm always playing at a very high level with his tempo, and his rally ball is getting up pretty high on you. So then I'm hitting with the next person I'm playing, and it seems pretty comfortable. So hopefully I can use that and take it into this week.
I was wondering, your countryman Andy Murray is sitting on win number 699. He's about 700. May happen here, but should it happen here, and just in general, I wondered if you'd just talk what kind of achievement that is and what kind of a player he is.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible, and for I think not only that, everything that he's been through and all the setbacks that he's had, and he's still waking up every day and going for it and leaving it on the table, even though he's obviously, it must be tough for him to, having played at a very high level previous in his career, winning a lot, and then to not being where he wants to be. I'm sure he wants to be playing better than he is, and for me, I think that stands out more. His attitude and his love for the game and his passion for the game, I think, for me, is more impressive than obviously all those wins. That speaks for itself. All the titles, all the wins, all the getting to number one, finishing number one for the year. That's sick. He's a legend of the game, and but for me, which is more outstanding is the attitude that he has and brings in day-to-day basis, and the love for the game.
When you see what he does off the court too, he's pledging his prize money for the rest of the year. Just talk about that side of him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very generous guy as well, and he's pretty switched on. He's not obviously he loves tennis and following a lot of tennis, but he's also pretty switched on with everything going on in the world. So very generous from him, and he's got some decent cash in the bank as well, so he can afford to do that. But still very generous from him, and cool to see.
I just wondered if I could get your take on the conditions here. October obviously was far different than it ever has been. Do you feel like it's playing similarly?
I think it's similar. I think every time I've been here, the day's the same. You wake up a little bit cold, it's super bright, super sunny every day. You can get a little bit windy at times, and windy like today, but I think it feels pretty similar. And the courts feel similar, the ball's similar, so similar.
Any other questions? Cameron.
I'm just wondering, since October, what has changed about your game, if anything? I know you love to get in those long rallies and grind it out. Is that still the approach that you're planning to take this time, or is there anything you've changed up, worked on?
Yeah, I honestly haven't had too much time to. I had Davis Cup, I didn't have almost no preseason. I had basically had my preseason after Australia, so I'm kind of taking it week by week, and I think the biggest thing is do more of the same. I had a lot of success last year, and if I can do more of the same, and execute a little bit better, and do things, be slightly more aggressive and try play some of the bigger points on my terms, it's always going to be good news. So if I can be the player taking the risks and playing the bigger points better, I think it's going to be in my advantage, and just learning. I've played some big matches now, and I've taken some tough losses in those big matches as well. So just learning from those and learning to deal with some more adversity and hopefully getting some wins in those bigger matches. And yeah, a goal for me for this year would just to be bring the same level to slams and make sure I'm peaking at slams. So obviously I've done okay in slams, but that's where all the points are, and that's where all the that's where everyone wants to play well, and it's the biggest tournaments in the world. So I would like to play a little bit better and execute in those slams.
Okay, anything else? All right, thanks, everyone.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.